So not a bad first set coming back to stream. Um, like I said, I'm glad that people were in here though, just in general. Like, even if you, even if you didn't like, say anything, or you were just here for just because you were browsing. And I know I appreciate the people that just kind of, want to be mature about things and just keep the negativity to themselves. I think it's unhealthy. We don't know how people are doing out there, and I think just going into something that somebody likes to do and trying to harass them or make them feel worse than they probably already do is just not healthy. I don't think it's a good look on the community. I don't think it's a good look on yourself. It's behavior that I used to have. I used to do it all the time way back in the Boys in Blue days, for sure. I was definitely not the nicest guy in social settings, like on streams and whatnot. But I've learned and realized that it's just not healthy for anybody to just be talking like that and putting people down. People make mistakes. We all make mistakes. I'm one of those people. I made lots of mistakes, and I've spent a long time, like years now, working on it, very in depth. And I spent the last year even going harder on improving myself. So this was definitely a therapeutic experience for me to just be able to stream. Like I feel healthier now than I ever have. I feel happier now than I ever have. Just being in a happy and healthy relationship where I have a very, where she supports me greatly. Christina supports me greatly. She's definitely someone who is willing to tell me when I'm wrong and help me correct myself. And there's been a lot of times where I've definitely may have done or said things that could have been inappropriate or out of line, and she's helped me correct myself. And I think I'm in a much better place mentally than I've ever been. So I've really viewed this last year as being a time to recover, time to recuperate, time to find who I am. And I think that being on social media, even not actively, just a little bit, and streaming casually to my friends or whoever wants to watch it's a very good thing for me. And I think the only thing I can do at this point is to work on myself. I can't really change anything else. I can't really change anyone's opinion. I'm not here to do it either. I'm not here to change that. I understand why people feel the way they do. I'm not here to change anyone's mind. I'm just here to help myself. I think the only way I can get better and things can get better for everyone is if we just keep working on ourselves. So that's what I'm doing. So again, I appreciate anybody who's in the stream, literally just sitting there, not saying a word, or saying whatever, except for the toxic energy is just not good for me mentally, and probably not good for other people as well. So I appreciate you for that. I really do. So if anyone's at RIP right now, good luck to everyone's at RIP. I've been watching that. It's been pretty awesome. Like everyone's like super good now, and it's really scary like to imagine being in a pool with any of those people anymore, especially in my current state. So good on all you guys. And I hope that it keeps moving on and everyone keeps doing what they're doing to keep the community alive. Keep the energy positive. That's what I kind of am out here to do now, is keep energy positive for me and hopefully for others. So take it easy, everybody. I hope you guys have a great weekend. And I really do hope I can hear from you guys sometime. Like some of you guys that are either that you have your opinions about me, you have your feelings about me, and I get it. Trust me, I do. If you think that I am sitting here, just believing that everyone is in the wrong for feeling a certain way, I don't believe that. I don't. But what I do believe in, what I've actually learned, is that people can get better. People can become a better person. People can do the right thing, and I really am trying to do that. And maybe one day some people give me a chance to show that I'm better than I ever have been, honestly, in my whole life. Ask the people that talk to me, they'll tell you that things are different. I'm a different person. And yeah, I don't want to keep rambling. Sorry for doing that, but I hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. And I see you're in here, Tony, and I see you're in here, Dave. I know you guys are both at RIP. I hope you guys, I didn't get to see your polls or if you even went yet, except for Dave. I hope you guys did well for yourself. That's what I've always been about, just doing your best, push yourself, and hopefully it keeps alive, and I hope that you guys have a good weekend. And Kaya, I see you posting here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I really have changed a lot. You know, I'm not just saying that just to prove a point or to make you believe something. I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not here to change anyone's mind. I just want people to be aware that I'm aware of my problems. I'm aware of who I am. I'm aware of who I was. And it took a long time. I mean, I'm talking about multiple visits to therapy and a psychiatrist, multiple psychiatrists, different medications, you know, different sessions of therapy to really come to find a lot of truths about myself and truths about people getting better. And, you know, I understand why Leon, for example, despises me, I guess. I mean, maybe not to the extent that he might, but I just hope that maybe you can one day find it possible to believe that somebody like me is better, getting better, you know, wants the chance to prove that, wants a chance to, you know, let the world know that I'm not a monster. Maybe at one point I came off as one. Maybe at one point I mistreated people. Maybe at one point I hated who I was and couldn't even admit to myself, and that's why it was kept a secret for so long. But I'm not that. You know, I'm really not. If you want to ask me more questions about it, if anybody wants to talk to me about it, you know, as long as it's not hyper negative or judgmental, I'm willing to listen. I want to talk. You know, I really do hope everyone is at their best right now. You know, that's all I can say. I don't know what more to say than that. I feel like I'm just constantly rambling. I apologize. I just honestly haven't had a chance to sit here and talk about myself or about you guys in over a year. I mean, it's been a year and a half almost going on. It's crazy. Yeah, Kaya, I know. I totally get that it doesn't really matter what the public eye sees me as. That's been one thing I've really had to train myself to learn. Um, Through my sessions, I've really discovered that I've had like a horrible, horrible trauma with judgment from other people, and even to this day, like I may be better about it, but it still creeps up on me. Like I still sometimes, I hear it. So, like even a student might feel badly about me, and I kind of like take it too personally, or I get kind of like upset. Like, you know, it still creeps in there. You know, I'm not perfect, but I'm aware that doesn't matter what they say, and I am improving for myself. And that's why I've stayed silent. That's why I didn't run. I just did what I did because I was one to focus 100% on myself with no outside energy. And I think I've been doing it. And the only reason why I want people to kind of see that I'm getting better is just so, you know, I don't have to be afraid of streaming. Like I've, you know, I hate to admit this, but I'll just come out and admit it. I was afraid of leaving my house, like for months. Honest to God. I know that I might sound like I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. I was afraid to leave. I was afraid that somebody would see me and, yeah, like criticize me, tell me horrible things, call me a monster when they don't know the truth about who I am and who I was, or they just know a part of who I am. It's a part of me. It's not who I am anymore. It's not who I always was. I just want to be able to be myself and not be afraid. I want to be able to go on the internet and not be afraid that someone's gonna send me death threats, which has happened multiple times. That's really the only reason. I mean, believe me when I say that I'm not gonna change anyone's minds, and I know that. I just hope that somebody one day will let me say something about myself, because I never had that chance, not until right now. So I do hope, though, you know, even though I'm on the sidelines and I'm still cheering for everybody, I'm cheering for the community, I'm cheering for you. I see, Kai, I see you've been getting such good scores. I know we don't talk, you know, I don't blame that for being a thing, but just know that I'm aware of you and what you guys are doing in the community, and I know I'm not a part of it anymore, but I am really glad that it's alive in some way. And all I can say is that I hope that part of what I did helped push that in the direction that it's going, and hopefully it wasn't, you know, hopefully I helped you guys in some way while I was there. And now I'm just focusing on my career. I'm focusing on school, focusing on my kids, my students, film competitions for school, all kinds of good, healthy stuff for me. So I'm just streaming here for myself. That's all. So I hope you guys, everyone who's in here, still has a really good weekend. And I hope that you guys, you know, take care of yourselves, and just try to remember that. I'm not just saying this for me, but like something I learned is that people can change for the better. People can make progress. People can be better than who they once were, and I don't think it's always worth throwing them away. We don't have to forgive them, but we don't have to redeem, but they can be redeemed in some way, you know. So yeah, I'm signing off. I'll see you guys maybe next time I stream. Who knows when it'll be? Maybe it'll be tomorrow. Maybe it'll be never. I don't know. But take care, guys.